Without physical education, I don't think students would understand the connection between their body, their mind, relationships, academics, athletics. Literally every part of our world comes down to the body that does it for us. And without phys ed, how are they ever supposed to know how to take care of that body to the best of their ability and to understand the connections between it?
If you think about it, it's where we learn all of our social emotional learning, right? Responsibility, decision making. You do all that in phys ed when you're playing a game, right? You get to decide on who's right, who's wrong. You have a growth mindset. All of that starts at phys ed.
That's where the most learning occurs, is through play.
Without phys ed, I don't think students would step out of their comfort zone as much as they have to in PE. I think that's a big life lesson for them.
You develop, being able to advocate for yourself. This isn't working, we're going to go this way. For a student to be able to advocate and say, I'm not comfortable here, or this doesn't work, or how do I fit in here? How can I sort of find my way? And to be able to do that. So it's not only doing it through movement, but they're doing it through teamwork. They're doing it through conversation. They're doing it through problem solving. But at the end of the day, that confidence translates over far outside the classroom and outside the gym. That translates into who they are as young people, navigating friendships and relationships and just life in general, I think.
It's also the best place to take what I call calculated risks. When we teach them how to fail, we are teaching them how to rise. And if we don't give them these low-level settings of failure, we're not giving them that opportunity to continue to rise up and to learn how to goal set and to learn how to self-talk to themselves when they don't achieve it. And physical education for me is the perfect setting for that. No other subject can do that but ours.
I think in phys ed, it's very different because we're not testing a student. They're not getting back a numerical score, but failure is present from the time that they step into our gym in kindergarten through the rest of high school, whether it's the loss of a game, a day where you just don't have it in you. Failure is a part of life.
I think when you have confidence to fail, right? It's not that you're confident that you're going to succeed. It's that you're confident that even if you fail, you can try again. I think that emboldens people to take that leap of faith to move out of their comfort zone. I think when you can give someone confidence that it's okay to try to, open up that comfort zone and make that circle a little bit wider, even if it's inch by inch. But that failure, if you want to call it that, is just a step towards success.
And I'm always telling my students, you have to be your biggest cheerleader, because you can't rely on someone else to build your self-esteem. We have to know that when things get hard, when things get difficult, when we're hit with an obstacle, we have those skills inside of us to rise from and say, you know what, I can do this. I've failed before, I've gotten back up, I have the power, I can do it, and if I don't get it right now, I'm going to keep practicing and I'm going to get it.
So that moment when that child has found the success, and it might not be where you initially wanted them to be successful at, it could be down here, it could be wherever it is, wherever they set the limit for themselves. Once they've shattered that glass ceiling that they've created for themselves, they shattered it for life, because they're never going to come up to a situation where they're going to be 100% confident that they can't go beyond, because they were 100% confident that they couldn't go beyond that point, and you showed them, yes, you can. And that's the I did it. I conquered what I thought was my limitation. So the thought of a limitation is no longer a limitation, and that resonates for the rest of their lives.
If you get a kid on your team that's never either caught the ball or scored a touchdown before, and then the whole team erupts in, cheering and excitement, those moments are pretty precious.
Look for the kid that's not confident. Build up their confidence. Look for the ones that are trying to get out of the activity. Look for the ones that are shrinking back because they don't have confidence. And even if they never become an athlete, if you can build up their confidence, whatever they decide to do in life, they're going to be rocket stars at that.
So we're teaching our students lessons daily, but we are also learning from them. And I learn a lot from my students. I learn patience. I learn empathy. We're teaching them to be patient with themselves, but we also have to be patient with ourselves too. It's reciprocal.
I have an opportunity every single day to show up for them and find something that they love, because it's not cookie cutter, it's not black and white. Not every kid wants to play basketball. It's so much more than that. And so I just love that every single day it challenges me, I challenge them, we push each other a little bit outside of our comfort zone, and they learn so much more about themselves, who they are, their classmates, in a really different setting.
I think every day, like, I'm grateful for the opportunity for the positive impact we have on our students, physically, socially, and emotionally. But watching our students gain confidence and seeing kind of that teamwork where we talked about come together, or helping a child discover the joy of movement, reminds me that, you know, I'm making a difference.
So when I get students as ninth graders, I have them for 4 years. You get to know them, you get to watch them grow, watch them succeed and find their path. It's a gift.
When it comes to health and phys ed, we have an opportunity to reach kids in such a different way, and I'm so grateful for that every single day.
But the fact that we get to daily, that's a big part. We get to work with our students. We get to help them. We get this day where we can make a difference, right? And how blessed are we that we get to do this for our kids?